With the winter chill gripping much of the nation, no such worries today here in the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Wright. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
That's good for our Jaguars. First down. 1st and 10.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. A throw left side, ruled in by the rookie wideout. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll work the middle here with Wright. The Jaguars had 4-9 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. They'll go again here with Wright. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
4 yards.
You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
This one swung out to Montgomery. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Here's Nix. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Malik Neighbors, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
7, Jets nothing. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. It across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Here's Shuck. There's Chris Olave. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, Bigsby. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just one or two receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright? Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Off the fake, now Shuck's going to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Chris Olave, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll start this drive just across the... Pretty nice work on the return.
Their own 31-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
They'll give this to Wright, running right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete.
You talk about this Jets defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground. I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking of
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Keion White got in there for the sack. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A give up the middle to right. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a third and long. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down this time in the 17. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4. They're going. It's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. On the handoff, it's Wright. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Jalen Wright, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Now 2nd and 9. They'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing, Shuck. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. His throw incomplete.
That tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And that one will be no good. He never had it online. It's well wide to the left, and this will remain a one-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Now Shuck. He's got his target. That's complete. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And some space here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and go, here's the option. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. The keeper there good for about 9, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and inches.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
They'll go with the keeper. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Santos with the extra point. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll run on 1st down with Wright. And down to the 36-yard line here. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
To throw is Nix. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now it's Nix. He'll try to pick it up himself. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. He's got his receiver, Blaine. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Second and 10. Nix looking to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
That's another Jaguars first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Out of the gun. Here's a give to Wright. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Right. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Touchdown! Jordan Akins, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have moved out in front.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Shuck now to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Shuck. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff to Bigsby. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
First down, Jets.
To throw now, Shuck.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Chris Olave
with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game.
And the Jets are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Nix to the air.
And incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on fourth down conversions. And here we go again.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Now he's free at the 35.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Jason Myers.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three?
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. On first down, they'll start out with Wright. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here.
40-yard line.
On first down, they'll stay with Wright on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up room.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Oronde Gadsden, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have retaken a third-quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and he never like it stopped so soundly during the series, but what will be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Shuck out of the shotgun. That one complete to Naylor. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on third down, here's Shuck. He'll try and do this himself. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. They'll indeed go. Here's Shuck. And incomplete on a deep ball. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. On the give, this is right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that,
they're going to give their offense a chance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Nix. Williams brings it in. And they'll get this down to the 10. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
That's good for a Jaguars first down.
They'll run with Wright. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
A 9-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Oh, he fakes a spike.
And that's going to be caught. How about that one? They fake the spike, but it winds up a touchdown.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Downs going in motion left. 3rd down, shot from the gun. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. 48 yards.
It's a gain of 48 yards. First down, New York.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Pass complete to Naylor, right side.
And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15.
They will throw again. Shuck. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
First down.
Here's Shuck.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's right. He'll get only 2 there at 2nd and goal.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're talking just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
Back now in Jacksonville.
3rd and goal.
It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
On play action, Shuck.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. This guy's been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Cairo Santos on for the field goal.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 26-yard line.
Working out of the gun is Nix. That's caught downfield. It's Lane.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 17.
Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Wright. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Here's Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And when you're in a 1-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
To throw, here's Nix.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Jets are right back in this football game.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome.
23 yards, the final tally.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now Shuck. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
The Jets on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Throwing, Shuck.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line.
Gain of 19 yards. That's another Jets first down.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense, because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
2nd and 11. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Josh Downs.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Jets have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
Big play coming now for the Jets as they'll set up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Jaguars 35. Jets 33.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they can't bring him down. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Jalen Wright.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jags get an important score there to extend their lead here this 4th quarter.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes this a 9-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, when they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter, this drive becomes very critical. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Shuck now to throw. Tries the left side and finds Olave.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
He had a man open, but missed him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
On the ground, it's right.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
And they'll go right back to right.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now a give right side. Right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
They'll run with Montgomery. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
They'll work the middle here with Wright.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jalen Wright taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jaguars have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
33. Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. To throw is Shuck. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw now, Shuck. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, they need to score, and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Jags Charles are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six.